It's a grand tour of Europe, all in a single day and all in Washington, D.C. Welcome to the European Union Open House. Every year for just one day in May, the embassies of all 27 member nations of the European Union open their doors to curious visitors. Here they are welcomed with cultural treats such as music, costumes, food, art, dancing, and anything else relating to their country's ways of life. Join me as we crisscross the old world while imagining medieval castles, cathedrals, and cobblestone streets surrounding us as we move from embassy to embassy. We might even chance upon the French ambassador's residence along the way. Grab your suitcase, carry-on, and personal item, and let's go! And here we have Croatia. And this is another country that I haven't made it to yet, still on my list. And this is kind of cool. They've got some kids dressed traditionally, and you have this kind of frame where you can hold it up over your head and take pictures and whatever. And again, same situation here. So just from the outside. And this is right outside the Croatian Embassy. And it says Saint Jerome the priest, greatest doctor of the church. And it was sculpted by a Croatian. That's why it's out here. But really good. He looks very, very, very interested in what he's reading. Very. And here we have the Netherlands. And it looks like for some reason they're not letting anyone in. There are people lined up waiting, but they're not really letting anyone in. So we're around the corner from the Slovenian Embassy. And this dude is keeping people entertained. Everyone that's waiting on the line.
She's obviously getting the critical. Yeah, seriously. Put that kid in probably scared.
Maybe he uses the bat to scare away Winter. Get out of here, Winter. Get out of here. Don't make it be cold. Please make it be cold. Maybe. Very good.
He'd go up to the cloud, Tim Cook looks at him, play poker with the Disney executive and bam, you're animated.
That could work. Yeah. Want to do a picture, man? Yeah. Come on, let's go. That's part of my job description. Don't worry about it. If anybody wants pictures, you can do it. No problem.
Thank you.
Good. I'm going to take a photo if you don't mind. Please. Go away, winner. Bring it through.
I really like how this embassy has thought it out where they want to keep people entertained as they're waiting online. Because there's a lot of waiting online.
Cool. Enjoy yourself.
And now we're at the front of the Embassy of Slovenia. And when I was here in 2016, the ambassador was walking around serving hors d'oeuvres to the public. The ambassador himself. And that was pretty cool. It makes you feel kind of important to have an ambassador of a country just serve you hors d'oeuvres off a platter walking around. Again, I really like how they had those guys in costume entertaining people on the line. As you see, it's a very slow moving line. In fact, it's not moving at all. Everybody's just standing. So that was really cool. From what I overheard, it seems like those guys were basically kind of like shamans trying to bring on good weather. But anyway, this is it. We've got this banner over here. I feel Slovenia. And of course, the SNIA of Slovenia is kind of in the background. And instead, what you really see is I feel love. It is so sweet, so heartwarming. We are outside the Finnish Embassy now, and another line that goes down forever. Across the street here is the border of the U.S. Naval Observatory, and this is where the Vice President lives. But for now, Finland is actually one of the first countries I ever really traveled to on my first major international trip. I actually turned 26 in Finland, and I'm 50 now. So that was half a lifetime ago. But anyway, there's something else here that's cool that I want to show you. It's back there, but I'm going to wait for these people to thin out a bit. There's something really interesting right outside the Finnish Embassy that I want to show you. This is what I call a book box. Now, this is basically, I'm sure you're familiar with what this is. Basically, it's leave a book, take a book. And this is really how I kept myself busy during the pandemic when there was absolutely nothing to do. I would just roam the neighborhood and read by getting books from these things, and then I'd read them and I'd return it and take another one. But what's really cool about this is a couple things. Well, one, these book boxes are all around Washington, D.C., but this one in particular, it's right outside the Finnish Embassy. It's got the Finnish flag on the side, and it looks like somebody kind of scratched in Finland on the top, sort of. But what I really want to show you, it's not just the way it's decorated, it's what's on the inside. So we will go ahead and open it up. And these books look very different from the books that you see in the other book boxes in Washington, D.C. These are all in Finnish. So they are specific for the Finnish community here in Washington, D.C. They can come here and leave a book, take a book, all kinds of Finnish stuff. Let's just take a look at one of them. Maybe that's not the best example. What else we got here? There's that one. So I just think it's really cool. During the pandemic, when I was stuck, I was actually living in Norfolk, Virginia at the time, and there was nothing to do. And being able to go to these boxes, it was kind of like a port in the storm. But it also kind of gave a sense of community. You kind of feel like the community is working together to help each other out. And I can just see how the Finnish community here in DC is, they'll come here, and there's not a huge selection, but I just kind of feel that it just kind of strengthens that feeling of being connected to other Finns. You know, I mean, there's not a ton of Finnish people you run across here in DC. So I just think like it's really awesome that they have this here. And again, there's an embassy in the background.